Hi, good evening. Today I have my daughters, Jessie and Star, as my audience. Has someone ever vented to you and left you feeling all their emotions? You go about your day overthinking and worrying about them and their situation. Many empaths experience this every day, feeling emotions that don't even belong to them. Empaths need to stop carrying everyone else's emotions because it creates unhealthy relationships, damages your mental health, and prevents others from learning boundaries and managing their own feelings. As someone who experiences this emotional overload, I understand how difficult it may feel to create a boundary for your mental health without feeling like you're neglecting a loved one. Have you ever tried helping a friend or a family member when your day is already packed with all the things, yet you still take on their chaos to help? Have you ever said yes when you want to really say no? Today I'll go over the problem of empaths taking on the overload of someone else's emotions. I'll explain what causes empaths to carry this weight and give you ideas on how to stop taking on everyone's emotions. Finally, I'll show you realistic, effective solutions. Let's start by looking at the problem. Judith Orloff describes empaths as people who absorb the world's joys and stresses like emotional sponges. This means you take on others' emotions as your own. If they are happy, sad, or in pain, you feel happy, sad, or in pain. Barry Susskind, a therapist in Los Angeles, says empaths' intuition often tells them whether someone is truthful or not. You may feel stressed, overwhelmed, or burnt out and emotionally exhausted when spending time with others. Have you ever been around someone in a bad mood and it ruined your mood and day? Most likely you absorbed their mood as your own. This may turn into overthinking the situation and thinking you did something wrong for the person's bad mood. This is an example of taking on someone else's emotions. The problem is empaths feel the urge and need to fix someone else's emotions. If empaths don't solve a situation, they tend to feel guilty, like they're being mean. Not only do they struggle with boundaries, but they can also carry other people's mistakes. For instance, if somebody does something wrong and they're in public, they apologize for that person's mistakes and things that they're doing. They're taking on the other person's actions and emotions. If you ever experienced anything I just stated, you're not alone. I have struggled with this, and I still do from time to time. But there's a solution to being empathetic to people, while also not letting it drive your day and feeling overwhelmed. The first thing I tried was saying positive affirmations and mantras at the beginning of my day. This can be a simple affirmation like, compassion does not mean self-sacrifice, or breathe in what is mine, I breathe out what is not. Another way I learned to manage my empathy is stating the facts and feelings of a situation. This gets you to recognize if these are yours or someone else's. When you've identified whose is whose, then you can circle back to grounding yourself with tapping your shoulders as you hug yourself for compassion and repeat an affirmation. This comforts you when placing a boundary. Being an empath is not a negative trait. It's a great strength. Our world needs empaths to heal our world for the better with compassion. Changing the way you see empathetic traits is the key to transforming them. Take care of your physical, social, mental, and emotional, spiritual needs. Helping others can be exhausting, especially when you have your own problems. Taking walks to clear your mind can help, as the body also stores stress and tension. putting a limit on social outings with help in building a boundary and prevent mental overload. Protecting your emotional and spiritual needs will help with grounding. Empaths struggle because they carry emotions that aren't theirs. This happens due to their sensitivity, but solutions like boundaries and grounding can help. Empaths need to stop absorbing everyone else's emotions to protect their mental health and allow others to emotionally grow. We can care deeply without losing ourselves. Thank you to my audience.